full 18 days before the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev made any public pronouncement on the nuclear disaster that turned it. Today on Soviet television, Mr. Gorbachev said the accident has deeply affected the Soviet people. And as he put it,
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Strasbourg. How you doing? If it's your first time here, hello. Today we have got something very special on the docket, so let's get right into it. The Sputnik III from Spaceman effects. Yes, now, full disclosure, I'm a big boy influencer now. This bad boy was sent to me through the people of Spaceman, obviously, and Mass Distro, so shout out. So this is technically sponsored video. I've made it. I bought the Bugatti already. It's in the garage. I'm living it. I'm an influencer now. What can I say? I'm changing. My friends already hate me, and I hate myself. What's new? Fucking hell. Anyway, today we're looking at Spaceman 3. So yeah, you could say this is a sponsored video, but they didn't tell me what to say. And no one can tell me what to say, man. Fuck the government! Anyway, don't tread on me, brother! They didn't tell me what to say about this pedal, so I'll just fucking say whatever I want. But thankfully, I like it. I think it's very good. I was a bit nervous when they said they were going to send me this one, because it's a Germanium Fuzz. And I typically don't get on with, like, Germanium Fuzzes. And I had also never played any Spaceman stuff. I'd heard about them and seen them, but I'd never actually tried anything. I didn't know if it was going to be like a Germanium Fuzz that was a bit more like aimed at like your more vintage crowd, like your, you know, I don't mean to be a dick here, but like your blues dads, you know, the people who are like the more classic fuzz face sounds. And the classic fuzz face sounds typically don't work for me. I'm much more of like a big muff, like hyper fuzz, like more extreme kind of aggressive fuzzes rather than like the vintage woolly fuzzes. And this thing can do that, but it's not really that. It's not really a fuzz face. It's, I don't know, it's just a good fucking fuzz pedal. You know what I'm saying, brother? But yeah, anyway, let's get into the controls and talk about the pedal a bit. So it's got your 3 standard controls, though they're not labeled normally. You've got signal up here, which is your output signal, master volume, whatever. Range, which is your fuzz control. And then calibrate, which is like a filter tone thing. And that's interactive with this little bad boy up here. Yeah, it's kind of toggle switch. And this is like a filter toggle switch, and it's kind of just changes the roll up. I think one side's a little darker, one side's a little brighter. And it doesn't change anything itself, it changes how the calibrate knob or the tone filter knob reacts. Like I said, I think one side just makes it a bit darker, one side makes it a bit brighter. And then you have the scan knob, the real kind of party trick of this pedal, which is in conjunction with this drift control. And basically this makes it like this glitchy, kind of corrupted, corrupted kind of fuzz sound. Think like, it kind of gives me vibes of like the Fuzz Factory when you turn the stability knob down? It's been ages since I played my Fuzz Factory. It's kind of, this pedal feels like the natural kind of progression on from the Fuzz Factory. It's not as bright and harsh as much as I love that aspect of the Fuzz Factory. It's a bit more rounded, a bit more full, and you have a lot more you can do with the scan knob. And the scan knob is also very interactive with the range knob, the gain knob. And you can kind of, you heard it at the beginning of the track, the kind of frequency that it oscillates at if you're not playing. And you can play through it, it's not just like, but you can just turn the thing on and it'll just go if you've got shit cranked enough, you know. And you can kind of play around with the range and the scan and kind of twist them at the same time, and it changes the pitch, and there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with this pedal as like making crazy noises and making good fuzz sounds. Now, what I heard when I was playing around with this pedal when I first got it is it's got this real, if you have the toggle switch over towards the kind of more brighter setting and you really turn the calibrate knob up a bit, the filter knob, there's this frequency there's this frequency that you get to when you turn the knob up and up, that it kind of turns this, it gives this pedal like a real grinding nature. Like, think kind of like an HM2, but not as like full on aggressive, but it's this kind of grind thing. And it reminds me kind of like the guitar tone of the band End, which I'm a big fan of, though I did see that they recently put out their own fuzz pedal. But they use I think they used the Swollen Pickle kind of as like, and then tuned it to like this like HM2-esque grindy kind of distortion type thing. And that's the vibe I was getting from this. And that's why I was like, well, it can actually do quite heavy stuff. So let's go heavy with the intro track. And it was surprisingly tight for a Germanium Fuzz. Like when I was doing like the kind of chuggy palm muting stuff, it was surprisingly tight. Like it's not going to have all the kind of presence and attack and clarity of like a modern distortion type sound, but it is surprisingly tight. And, you know, for that kind of, if you're like maybe more into like a post-metal type stuff, or like, post-metal, or like kind of like a sludgy metal, but where you want something a bit tighter, this would be a good option. And if you also just want regular fuzz sounds, this is a good option. And if you want something that can do something wild in conjunction to either of those two previous options, this can do it too. It can do everything. Buy it. Anyway, so let's get into the playing. I'm going to use this bad boy, obviously. I'm going to run it through my Citadel from Electronic Audio Experiments, acting as my amp. We're going to go into the Strymon Flimp for just a touch of reverb, then into the 2 Notes Audio Cab M Plus, which will be my IRs. And for the guitar, I'm going to use my Dunnable DE Cyclops in lovely, stunning pink. Spaceman. Sputnik III. I love space. I love Soviet era space too, so that's cool. I love the vibe of this pedal. I should have mentioned that earlier. I'm a big fan of like the space race and like Soviet era space shit. And this is cool. Very cool. Cool sticker as well. I've got a Spaceman sticker. Put it on a guitar. Let's play! All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being here. If you've made it this far, I guess I'll just quickly say, like, the channel's been kind of blowing up a bit recently. Nothing crazy, as it was. But, it's been growing, and my views have been getting more and more consistent, and subs are going up. We're going to hit 1,000 before I know it, hopefully. Maybe before the end of the year, if I'm lucky. But probably sometime next year I'll hit it. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to anyone who has subscribed. If you liked, commented, even if it's a hate comment, thank you anyway. It all helps when it comes to the engagement with the algorithm. So thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Fuck off.